beginning our life. Yeah, it is already, yes, yes.
Yeah. Is it too soon?
No, eight already.
Yeah.
Eight already, yes,
Okay.
yes.
But
Happy.
Mr. Charles,
Mother
Mr.
Joes,
Charles will
Joes.
be the main person.
Okay,
Utluanga, how are you? Utluanga is my husband's friend. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. He is also volunteering for the refugees of Myanmar.
Okay.
So they are working very hard. Father Jose is here.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Dr. Rumi, I am just joining. Yes.
Yeah. We are waiting for Mr. Charles.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah. Okay. Basai also said he has to leave at 9.
Okay, okay. We will wind up by 9. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. If
Madam, Madam,
Basai can start. Oh, where did he left again?
Basai, around Basai, we don't see. Yeah,
Yeah, we can start with him.
yeah.
Again he left. Yeah. Inumi, Putluang. It's my family. Oh, bye bye. they're all having beautiful homes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very nice. Mm. Yeah, let me call Basai. If Basai comes, if he can start, then others can join us later.
Yeah, he's joining us.
Again, he's disappearing. Maybe he has a network problem or
Yeah, Madam, I think he has some network issues. Yes.
maybe next meeting we can discuss on Myanmar also. Putwanga can share about Myanmar refugee condition. Father Tom.
Yeah, yes, Madam.
Yeah. That would be very good.
Yes. Reverend Bosai Mohit is joining us. Yeah. Yes, madam, he's there. Reverend Bosai Mohit is there.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, you can invite him. You are the chair.
Yeah, no, yeah, please, madam. Yeah. You are the, no.
No. You start. You start. Everything. Mm.
Okay, Reverend Bosai Mohit, can you hear us, Reverend? Reverend Bosai Mohit, can you hear us? Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Okay.
Reverend Bosai Mohit, welcome. We just began.
Hello.
Yeah. Would you brief us about the Meghalaya situation, Reverend?
Oh, I was waiting for Charles.
Oh, okay. I think Charles has not joined. Maybe we can begin and then Charles can join us.
Yeah, I was trying to call him, but his mobile is switched off.
Okay.
Maybe he's trying to contact. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I sent him the message, the flyer, and the link, so he has seen it.
Yeah, I tried to call him just now, but his mobile is switched off.
Okay, maybe we can start with you.
Oh, I've already said so many times.
No. Updating what has been
Yeah.
progress so far.
Well, now as I've said earlier, that now it has shifted to the eastern border. Our conflict, I wouldn't say dispute, but conflict now. As I said earlier, that in Ribhoi district, it was known as Block 1 during the time of composite Assam, before the creation of Meghalaya. And this Block 1 and Block 2 were contentious right from the 50s. And they were trying to resolve that problem, whether those villages belong to Karbi, or that time it was Meeker Hills, or it belongs to United Ankasi and Jainte Hills. Now it seems that this time during this time, it has started along the border, the eastern border, and mainly in Ribhoi district, not in Jainte Hills district. Because Block 1 is what was Block 1 is in Jainte Hills, and what was Block 2 is in Ribhoi district. Now, the issue there has been found in the northern border, is that the Assam government, because of the Indo-Nepal Peace and Friendship Treaty of 1950, they welcome Nepalis, but they send them to the border. So actually the conflict is not really with Assamese people, it is mainly with the Nepali people. And that creates another problem. So here also at Umlaper, which is in the Ribhoi district, Mauhati constituency, where Charles Marangar is the local MDC, there both the Karbi and the Nepalis came up against the Khasis. So I wonder how the Nepalis could come on that point, because earlier also there was conflict with Nepalis in Shillong, but we told them that you just sit quietly in Shillong, and you will remain here, but don't create any problems. So maybe in what way they have been enticed or to be encouraged, then the police has brought out when the New Trap Youth Council went to visit Umlaper. And their visit actually is for relief, the COVID relief, not to talk about the border issue. But then the people got up and arranged a large gathering. And there was also a confrontation between the Meghalaya police and the Assam police. So that was the latest, and what we are trying to bring a resolution, not a resolution, but trying to bring down the conflict that arises there. Unfortunately, that right Nongtung, Umlaper is under right Nongtung, and is under the Kairim's aimship, or Kairim chief. So most of Ribhoi district actually is under the Kairim's aim, who stays in Smith, say about 10 kilometers away from my home. Now, the same till today, whenever we have the border dispute or border conflict, whether it is the same of Kairim or the same of Mulim, where Yongkuli is, have never spoken anything. They are so silent about this. And they are the ones who signed the instrument of accession. That the Khasi land has to be become integral part of India. But yet, till today, we have not heard anything said by them regarding the land, their boundary, and their rule on this issue. Because perhaps their land maybe extend to Assam also, we do not know. They rule some part of Assam, they're not bothered about state boundaries. So this is another controversial issue that comes up. And I was telling Charles the other day when he came to my home, I said, what has the aim of Kairim said? He said, no voice. And same of Malayam also, no voice. They have not said anything on the boundary issue. So it becomes a multiple issue here in Meghalaya because of so many protocols and so many steps of land ownership and all that. So government of Meghalaya till today is a bit quiet, though the police are there. But then the police outpost is at Umsiang village, where I had been there 41 years back. And I was the one actually to recommend to the Home Minister of Meghalaya then to set up a police outpost at Umsiang. And for 40 years, it has never been upgraded. And the road condition is so dilapidated now, though it was constructed, but it's so bad. So I was asking Charles today, how will the police move up and down with a vehicle? They cannot move on foot. They have to move up and down, and with a vehicle, and the road is so bad. Because from my side, from Shillong side, I've been up to Sunidan, and then Sunidan you go down to Malapaya to Umsiang. Then from Sonapur, Jagi Road side, I also came there. We are back in 1980. That was the last visit I went there. And I realized that the people, Meghalaya police are not there at that time. So till today, another one at on the way to Bangladesh border, Peninsula, I also set up brought to the chief minister then to create a police outpost. But that now has become a police station. But the one at the border remains a police outpost till for 40 years. So you can see that maybe the government is indifferent or doesn't care a hang attitude to all these, and the border people are facing problems. and it's creating conflict among self, tension and suspicion among themselves. So this is how do we resolve that? I was planning that I will go down there sometime later on, but the time is not conducive now to talk to both the Khasis and the Karbis on this matter, that we have to have an existential peace between ourselves. See, in Riboy district, there are so many Karbis who have become Khasis. They have the Karbi clan title, but they are Khasis. And so it's very confusing on that point of view. So there is no, at the moment, nothing is being done, though statements have been made once in a while. But I think physical visitations by the politicians has not been done except by Charles Marangar himself. So, shall I end there?
Tom, unmute. Unmute, Tom. Unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Reverend Basai Mohit, giving that information. We have Christopher who has joined. Christopher.
Yes.
So Christopher, we would like to hear from you.
My goodness, good evening, everyone.
Oh, yes.
Today is Megalia session day. I am not really prepared. I thought I'd just be here as the silent listener. And I came a little late and I could get only the tail end of Reverend Basai Mohit's talk. I think I'll continue to listen right now. The thing is, it would be nice to have such a bit of peace in the Northeast. So I wish everyone all the best for that. I'll be here. I'll just be listening to you all. Thank you.
You can ask Joe Lamare to speak. Yes, he's there now.
Father Tom, unmute. Father Tom, we cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Joe Lamarini, are you able to hear us? We would like to hear from you. Joe, are you able to hear us?
Bajo!
I think Joe is not able to hear us.
Oh dear.
Father Tom, can I ask Pastor Basai? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Basai. So your situation seems to be almost like Mizoram also. So ethnicity boundary
Yes.
boundary may not be defined by ethnicity, but still ethnicity may be one area. That is number one.
Yes.
Number two is underdevelopment may be
Yes.
one area. It seems like it.
Yes.
Yeah, because the same thing with everywhere in Mizoram, that roads are not constructed properly, no electricity, no facility. So therefore, that anger must have been outburst at
Right.
this juncture. So yeah, especially it would be really a sorry figure if Karbi and Nepali join together against Khasi,
Yeah.
or Khasi in a sense, or Meghalaya government,
Right.
yeah, for not taking care of that aspect. So
Right.
that may be true. For example, even if you look at the other other corner, I come to know that even in Nagaland, development is also one of the biggest issue.
Right.
So can you respond from that point of view?
You are absolutely right. I am with Bahoping Stone, the late Bahoping Stone, that when he was alive, he was a former MP, MDC, MLA. He passed away 6 years back. And we had raised up with the government that we need a border road for the border people. Unless you have a border road, when I was also in the planning board, when Purno Sangma was the chairman, the father of Conrad Sangma, I raised up the issue of a road network. And I quoted the Roman Empire at that time, how they were able to conquer the known world, because road network in the Roman Empire was top priority. One is for the movement of the Roman soldiers and also the movement of commerce. So I had even traveled on a road built by the Romans in Scotland. Now, but here in Northeast India, wherever I go, we're in Nagaland, I thought Mizoram was better, but I've been only up to Saiha. But then the road condition is so pathetic. People think that Shillong is Meghalaya. But even the Shillong highway, Shillong Guwahati highway now also is terrible. So that is one area, because movement of the people, unless the road is, all weather road is there. And that's a big issue. So development takes, the last stage here. I've been concerned for 3 issues of development: road, water, and electricity. So I should say that you give people the road that they can travel up and down, right up to the farmland, not only up to the village. Then you give them electricity that they can have lights, and you give them water supply. Then they will begin to exercise themselves how they will get their economy. But if you don't give road, water supply, and electricity, you can't expect the people to progress or to be developed. They will leave farming, they will leave all this other, they will turn to some other thing, because why? You cannot travel, you cannot carry your goods, you cannot carry your paddy, you cannot carry your fruits, your vegetables today. You cannot expect them to carry on their back till today. So this is where we don't see, maybe our politicians don't have that vision. I'm sorry to say, because election time, people will just take 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, and forget their 5 years worry and anxiety. So we are also to blame, part of that. Yes.
And okay, how about the ethnic conflict, for example? Yeah, is Karbi are in Assam and then Nepali are in Meghalaya.
No, no.
Okay,
No, those
sorry.
Nepali are
No, okay,
Assam.
okay. They are not in Assam, they are in Meghalaya, they both.
No. You see, as I said, the Assam government allows for Nepalis to come, but
Okay.
they put them in the border, in the interstate border. So
Yeah.
there they can raise cows, they can raise cattle, and do farming. But then they're brought to the border. It's not the indigenous people, indigenous Assamese or all that who are there. Just the Nepalis along the border.
No, then what is the problem?
That's a problem. You see, Nepalis are actually foreigners, but they're not considered foreigners because of the Indo-Nepal Peace and Friendship Treaty of 1950.
Okay.
Because of that, so they are allowed to come to India to settle here. And then in Shillong, of course, they are in Meghalaya. Even in my village, we used to have so many Nepalis, but we asked them to go back in 1987 from
Yeah.
our village. We asked them
Yeah.
to return to Nepal. We arranged also their bus up to Siliguri to go back up Siliguri, and then from there take the bus to Nepal. And we all wish them God's speed, God's blessings in their country of Nepal. So that will be another issue.
Yes. Okay. Whether did that issue have any connection with what had happened with the Shillong bombing a month ago?
No, no
Okay.
connection.
Okay. Okay.
There's nothing to do with Nepalis, with Karvis. That's long bombing.
Oh, okay. Thank
We
you.
don't have we don't have problems with Nepalis now. We don't have that problem here, but in the border, it is an irritation. It is irritating. In the border areas.
Hmm. And do you have any boundary problem with Bangladesh? No.
That's a good question. No, they
Yeah.
have set up set up a wall boundary. Yeah, I can speak on that. We don't say we have a boundary issue, but the government of Meghalaya, there is another association, the Border Wall Association on the international border. Because of the BSF being there, the Border Security Force being stationed there, as well as the bordering home guard of the state. But I had visited the border area of Bangladesh from the East Jainte hillside 7 years back. And they have constructed the wall to separate India from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
But they have taken the land of the local people. The government of Meghalaya, they have taken the land from the local people to construct the wall, not the Bangladesh land. So I was talking to the local people just next to the boundary wall. Then I said, you still go and cultivate paddy over there? They said, yes. I said, now, when the wall is finished, you cannot go anymore and cultivate there. They said, yes. Now we can go because the wall is not finished. Then I said, how did you give your land to the government to construct the boundary? And they said the official scheme, government officials came with police. We cannot say anything. So that's how the government of Meghalaya approached the local people in the border area. So when the border people say government officials with police officials, they dare not protest. That was my talk face to face with the people in the border, Bangladesh border in the hills near Silchar. There are also other encroaches taking place because you cannot have the BSF patrolling everywhere. There are encroaches, and I know I've been also pastor in the border, Bangladesh border also. I know the problems that people face there. The Bangladeshi will come in the night. You construct the water pipe, they will come in the night and destroy it and all that. So border people face a lot of problems with even in the international border area. The road also is very bad, international border road. It's very bad condition, not constructed, and repair work also is so bad. Even I have accosted the local MLA. I said, what kind of repair work is the road being done there at the international border from Balat to Shiala? I travel myself just to see what kind of road condition. So burglary takes place, thievery takes place from Bangladesh into the our border village, but it's done late in the night when people are asleep.
So I did not know that there is a literal wall that was constructed. Oh, at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
symbolic wall is there, no? How is it possible?
Not symbolic. No, no. See, they have here in among the Khasis, we have an association that want to, so that there will be no encroachment. So there will be no encroachment by the Bangladeshis. This side, so the people were agitating for that for a number of years. But I think it is going at a slow pace.
Mm.
It is going at a very slow pace. Not all along the border. It has been done only in some pockets.
Okay. I was wondering.
Now we're having a new.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was saying that now two new problems have come up for us.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dam construction, dam construction over the river Omngat, which flows into Bangladesh. And then also this palm oil plantation, which Guru Ramdev wants to increase that. So we have two more issues here in the state of Meghalaya.
Mm.
Because palm oil is not conducive to our land and to our climate. And I believe it is taking place in various parts of Northeast India.
It's a big issue in Mizoram also because it
Yeah.
takes away many land fertility and then causing landslide also.
Yes, yes. It's like a broomstick, no? Similar to broomstick, but it's more dangerous than the broomstick. It eats up the water from the soil, just like the rubber plantation.
Yeah. What's the problem with the dam
Instead of
construction?
conserving water, see, we don't want a dam because
Says Mulazi.
that is environmental issue. No, it is an environmental issue, you know. Now dams create havoc. You're talking about landslide. You're talking about what your soil. It would happen in Colosseum many years back.
Mm-hmm.
So the ground just breaks up and all that because water never stops moving. It is always mobile. It is always moving and always trying to find a hole inside. And that's why it vibrates 24 hours every second. And that vibration creates, it creates problem for the soil, loosens up the soil. And therefore you can have, then the soil will just break up, the hills will come down, not actually earthquake. It is a man-made earthquake, soil falling down. I saw that on my way to Imphal also. The soil just flows down into the highway. And so we had opposed that dam construction, but the Meghalaya government now has sort of revived it. It was actually closed down many years back, and now they have revived it. And we also have written from our side, and now even the tourist association is against that. And so now it's becoming a big issue now in Meghalaya against this government. So I was thinking that tomorrow I'll send a reminder to the power minister.
Please do that.
No, definitely. Along with this palm oil plantation,
Yes.
Because we are very much environmentalists, climate change. COP26 will take place in Glasgow in November. And what is this going? What is happening in India? Just the opposite. In the world, they say that they are talking about green India. But inside India, they're destroying biodiversity.
Mm.
The language outside is different. Inside, it is just opposite. So Joe is there?
No, not yet.
I saw,
But Mr.
I
Goldsmith
saw
is
his
here.
name.
Mr. Goldsmith
Let him talk
may
something.
like to say.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. It's
Good evening.
nice to hear Reverend PBM Basaimoit talking about the real issues in Meghalaya, because
Yes.
I know him since he was very young, before his marriage, and you know, the way he was so vibrant and active, and still
Please.
he is now. One thing that is very disturbing is, now you're talking about Baba Ramdev. Now, Baba Ramdev requires land. Without land, palm oil plantation cannot be done. Now, where does he get the land? In Assam, it is the Assam government, Torun Gogoi, who gave him land.
I see.
And later on, BJP came. And now we see, you know, people are now talking about Ramdev. It was very welcome at one point of time. But he has taken over especially the herbal scenario, which was in the hands of the local, the indigenous people, and especially with the women.
Yes.
It was in the hands of women.
Yeah.
Now he has taken over.
I see.
And you know, big now plans. Patanjali has come.
Yeah.
Big industry in Mirja, a big industry, and that is commercial. How it is beneficial? How it is beneficial to the local, especially the indigenous people whose land is given. In Bodoland, big chunk of land is given to him, which was actually the elephant corridor. Now, all these are the experiences. So therefore, in Meghalaya, you know, it is the people who will have to say that we will not give him land.
Yes.
You know, and pressurize government not to give him land. And without land, he cannot do anything.
True.
So a simple Baba, a priest, a religious leader, now proved to be a industrialist, a corporate giant. What fun is this? What fun? I mean, these are the you know, irony and the realities that we are seeing in our time. And I remember Reverend Basaimo telling me, along with Hopkinston Lingdo, they were a force one time. Force against the uranium mining.
Yeah, I still oppose.
Yes, I remember, because you know, I have worked alongside, and I know many of those things. And when we are talking about the corporates taking over many of our, you know, the activities which belong to the local people, the economy, people must understand. People must, and the church. I'm saying church. Church would always like to, you know, be in the safe arena, you know, and just keep quiet, not making awareness or creating awareness among the congregation, and the politicians take advantage.
Right,
And these
right.
politicians have their vested interest. Vested interest. Whoever. During the election, the voting time, they need the church's support. And we are very happy a Christian chief minister has come and all that. But ultimately, what do we see? What happens? It's very frustrating. In Nagaland, in Mizoram, and in Meghalaya. Very frustrating. So therefore, there are areas where the civil society must come up, and especially Reverend Basai Moit is so active with the Northeast Dialogue Forum. We're talking about dams. You know, there are so many issues to talk about. The dam. We have opposed dam all along. I have opposed dam. Before Okil Gogoi came into the picture, I was there of Subansiri Dam. You know, did so much of awareness program and dialogue at that point of time. Now it has become very, very political, because these dams are required by the corporates. Otherwise, our Prime Minister, how will he make in India without power? He needs power. And Northeast is one who has the potential of producing power. He required that to make in India products. And these products will be made by whom? Not by the people, by the corporates like Adani, Ambani, and who else? Many more. So, I mean, these are very frustrating to talk about. Very, very frustrating to talk about. Now it's 40 years plus. I've been talking, I've been involved, and this is still going on. Every day there is new development, and especially in Assam. You know, it's very volatile, the kind of situation that is now slowly developing between the Assamese community, not Assamese community, but in the name of Assamese and the Bengalis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good to talk about. At very low level, below the belt, fight is going on.
Right.
And there is no decency in that. The kind of language, the kind of abusive words that are used. Don't know where it is leading, and who is promoting that, who is inciting. There is a design, definitely.
Yeah.
And we will not be surprised tomorrow if there is a riot-like situation between the Assamese and the Bengali community in Assam. Like in 62. I have witnessed in 62 what happened between the Assamese and the Bengalis. I was a boy that time at Jorhat. I have seen with my own eyes what happens. Very, very ugly. Very ugly. Now, these things we don't want repetition of that. And if possible, from the civil society, we have to play our role to say that, to keep it at the minimum, if not totally, away from it. So these are the situations that is developing, so many new issues coming almost every day. And we are so concerned about it. And this is one group, NES, and thanks to Rini and Father Tom, we are discussing issues that really matters in the lives of the common people like us, the indigenous common people. So this is what I would like to comment at this point of time. Thank you so much.
You see, the boundary dispute is a diversionary tactic. It's a diversionary tactic, my reading into it, to make us, as Mr. Goldsmith has said, will be Assamese against Khasis, and then Assamese against Mizos. Now, to divert our attention. But here is to bring in the corporatization of the Northeast India while we fight among ourselves. So that is why we have to be very alert on this issue. If we stop, let us concentrate our mind. We have to find our minds against the corporate lobbies, against this and that, and how they're going to destroy our biodiversity, destroy our land, destroy our rivers, our waters, and all that. So they're bringing this conflict to divert our attention. You have to be very careful of that. I'll have to go in another 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think we will we will also conclude by yeah, within few minutes. I would like to just make one or two observations. All the points that we have discussed are really relevant, and especially in the border, we are aware of a situation where communities are pitched against each other. Say, for example, the Nepali community, they were not in the picture at all. At least, if my reading is correct, for the last 20
Yes.
years, like Reverend Basai was telling, I have been to those places, and then we have, but I have never seen them. But how come that they are pitched in there?
Yeah.
Then the Kirby. So we are seeing a situation where things can become really, really dangerous. And what we can do is continue this kind of dialogue. Although the situation is quite frustrating, as Sir Goldsmith rightly said, I would like to bring to your attention a recent incident in Guwahati.
Mm.
All of a sudden, the name of the airport was changed.
Is it?
Yes, but then what happened? Slowly, people realized there were civil society voices, and they had to change in. That
Oh.
that means, okay, the operation is still done by the corporates, but then the name, Bordeloi's name was simply changed.
Oh my.
And what it is not simply name. It is a name. What Bordoloi is a tall figure of Assam. And then when I mean, the airport name is changed, it was a mockery on the people of Assam, I would say.
Oh dear.
But when they raised, things, I mean, got a different turn. That means if we do not raise our issues, well, things can become different. And we are not always successful. Say, like the farmers. Farmers' case, it is, I mean, they are being lathi charged, they are doing, But I think we will continue our exercise to raise the concerns of our people. Now, for example, the dam issues. Arunachal, more than 100 dams were built, or they in the process of being
Yes.
built.
Yes.
And the Subhansri, I mean, now the whole world is talking about green energy, climate change, and they are doing away with the hydroelectric project, hydroelectric dams.
Yes.
We are we are coming back, and we are relying on that. That
Right.
means a sheer threat to the existence of tribal land or indigenous land of Northeast India. And the solidarity must forge to stop such kind of activities. Land is so, it is like our land. I mean, many of our people consider the land as God, and it is so precious to them. And we have lost access to the land. And if the land is given to now palm oil, very silent revolution is going on in the
Yes.
Northeast.
Yes.
I have seen in some parts of Southeast Asia, they do not know how to get away with it.
Right.
Take the example of Malaysia. So
Indonesia also.
what is what is thrown out is, so I would say we will continue this exercise. Uh, and then create awareness. Not only creating awareness, we talk on and physically we are not able to meet. We are not. I would like to go to the, or we would like to visit Mizoram. We would like to go to the border, but unfortunately, the situation is not conducive. But still, we are doing what we can, and let us continue to do that. And I would say we will close it for today, and on another time we will inform, and then we will come together again. Yes.
Yes, one point, Father Tom.
Yes, Sir Goldsmith. Yes.
You know, a tall figure, environmentalist like Vandana Shiva
Ah,
should be also involved with us.
yes.
Because these are the issues. We are talking about the environment. We are talking about the all that. So therefore, persons like Vandana Shiva should be also involved with us. Maybe if we can invite sometime to